Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Game 2 of Week 1 of the Contender series on ESA. Today we have a match between Voltic and Overreaction on Skyscraper. I'm joined once again by Sternab Sayla.
Hello.
Lovely. On our first bomb site, we will see Karaoke and Tea Room being taken up by Overreaction. Opting to play the Mira, be very, very common this season and in this meta. I'm pretty sure we've not seen a game where a Mira hasn't been played so far.
Yeah, I mean, really useful for that info and quite a lot of good peak spots, especially on Skyscraper as well. I'm gonna guess a Geisha mirror would be quite useful.
Definitely.
But really, defenders should be looking to play around Geisha and stopping the attackers from taking that. You can defend pretty much any other side from there, and it's pretty easy to defend itself.
You might still be a little quiet. I'm going to turn you up before the game starts.
No Jackal on the attacking team. I honestly think this is a map where Jackal could be quite powerful because it's quite easy for roamers to quickly change where they are.
Most definitely.
Balconies. Jackal all around a pretty powerful operator, but the attacking operators here are pretty good. Probably didn't need a Thermite and a Herbana, in my opinion. I think just the Thermite is good for attacking upstairs.
I could definitely agree with what you're saying. We saw a reinforcement getting put down on the first floor, on the west wall of kitchen, looking to slow down the attackers' push in from the floor below. Should help the almost hitting Scarecrow with an impact grenade. Sigh. Getting spicy. Yeah, the Ella being played by Sai will look to stop the attackers from easily getting control of this first floor, relieving some pressure on the site stairs. Meanwhile, on the outside of the map, we see two Valiant pushing in as Thatcher, rocking that LD5 with a reflex sight, wanting to get some footing onto this Geisha room, being played in by Jacket and ZRK on Mira. We'll look into that Karaoke room. A slightly unorthodox Mira placement here. Looking to gain more, putting more emphasis on the between side hallway and less emphasis on the actual Geisha site. Ella getting a trade kill with Ash and then getting picked up himself. Valiant will get a kill onto Mira, looking to get out of that Geisha room. Thermite opening up the wall behind her, forcing Bandit and Mira out of there. Both will get picked off. Wonderful play by Voltic. Would that be Yallo? Yallo. We'll go with Yallo. Yallo joining in will spot out Jaeger playing in that Tea room. Neutrino, Valo, Yallo will get Scarecrow. Neutrino will find Valiant pushing into that Geisha room. Neutrino has to find 3, fitting this bomb set. Plant goes down. Super Bales will find Torino from those stairs pushing up into the site.
Yeah, this site is really all about taking Geisha. If attackers can accomplish that, then they can easily take the site. The defenders really didn't have a chance there once Thermite got his plant down. Mira had to move. She knew that, but she moved at the wrong time and Thatcher got the pick. And that's really what lost them the round there.
Indeed. Hello, Skillbeard. How are you this
evening?
Using
the elite skin, so he's not quite as overpowered.
Pulse getting played by Yao. I don't think we've seen very much Pulse play so far this season. Buck getting picked up. Buck, an operator that really doesn't have a place anymore. With the buff to Thatcher's hammer, wow, Sledge's hammer, and
I feel like
Jackal's shotgun.
Simply because of verticality still being a big thing in the meta. A book is just all around useful. I would say a book and a sledge is pretty good. It's going to be interesting. They picked Herbana here rather than a Thermite. You'd think a Thermite lets you play into Geisha much faster than Herbana does. And don't forget now, Bandit's charges can destroy Herbana's charges when they are being detonated.
Definitely.
So that definitely makes Herbana a lot weaker, especially attacking this site.
But with no Bandit being played, there really isn't that punishment that we would normally expect onto this Habana pick. Without the bandit, Habana should just be able to walk into this geisha room without too much difficulty, pushing that Mira out of that angle. However, it looks like Voltic will not be putting very much emphasis on defending that geisha room. Instead, opting to play a little bit more passively, holding that T room with the Mira window, looking to get information on when they're going to push in. Meanwhile, Jacket outside on the Blackbeard, looking to get a strong angle into that karaoke room, pushing off any defenders that decide to challenge him. Drone coming in by Scarecrow, getting down on the first floor.
A pick here from one of the defending rotators, then that would be very, very big, and that would allow that entry fag would allow them to move in.
Meanwhile, on the first floor, we see Scarecrow looking to push into this kitchen, forcing the defenders out of this area, looking to cover his team from below. Pulse, however, playing across the map, possibly a delayed flank here by Yellow.
I think it's more just making sure that he's safe as the attackers push in, and when they have to plant, then Pulse can do his thing in Nitro.
Yellow possibly is going to get a shot here onto Sai. Hero getting a pick onto Scarecrow, playing that Ella. Pushing it from those stairs, throwing down a grenade on that kitchen doorway. Yallo again trying to push into that Ash, will not see her. Hero backing off a bit, moving back towards Geisha. Two attackers are in the Geisha. Will they find Hero looking to stop them? Habana jumping back out. ZRK wanting to move around for a different angle. Sai taking out Yallo, neutralizing that Pulse. That's a pretty big pickle. A lot of the floors on this site are destructible. Two Valiant will find Sai. Chief playing by that drum room, look to defend Geisha, exchanging shots with Neutrino. Neutrino will be killed by Chief playing that castle from the drum room doorway. Hero covering him on the stairs. Jacket sitting outside holding that same karaoke angle, being very Blackbeardy this evening. However, he will rotate towards that T-room doorway to most likely meet Valiant playing on that window. Will take a shot at ZRK, however, will miss his shot. Jacket looking to pick up where the Habana left off, holding down that window angle. ZRK on his drone will look to spot out Jaeger. Valiant will take out his drone. This castle doorway will look to really hinder the attacker's options here. ZRK moving back around towards Geisha will hop in. Meanwhile, Jacket playing the Blackbeard will move back towards Karaoke, looking to enter here. Get a plant off here. We'll find ZRK in the hallway, taking out the Geisha push. Super Balls will find Jacket taking shots onto him, however will not get the kill. Hero pushing in. Chief, an absolute rush here by the defenders, and they will win the round 2.
Some people in the Twitch chat saying the game audio is too low.
Is it? I thought I fixed that. Okay.
Yeah, I think that castle was just a great pick for the defenders there. It was interesting because the attackers managed to take Geisha very quickly, but I think their entire strategy was around taking Geisha and killing operators in there, but there was hardly any defenders there, and it kind of messed up their strategy. They didn't know how to play around that, and they slowly got picked off as they were trying to rotate around.
What wonderful, wonderful play. Currently 2-0, a very strong showing here by Voltic. CRK bringing forth that Mira again. It looks like they might go for a little bit more passive approach to the Mira play, similarly to how Voltic played it. We will see what they decide to do. Jacket going for a very standard bandit reinforcement here, looking to put batteries on those two walls, trying to stop the Habana or Thermite from giving his team the ability to enter. However, with Habana, Thermite, and Thatcher, Geisha will not last long.
I'm noticing a big lack of ACOGs recently on attacking side, especially in the last game with Twitch and this game with Book.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's a relatively new thing, or because of the lighting improving, or is that always something you should do, Book?
I think that I think the better lighting has given these players a lot more options with like what they can decide to bring to the playing field. Like before, the ACOG compensated a lot for that lack of good vision that the lighting applied. But now that you can look out a window and see things, it's much easier to use these non-magnified sights.
That
Cheeky Claymore. ZRK almost falling victim to it. Everyone will spot that out and get rid of it. Drones coming into the Geisha room. My secondary monitor has gone black. Oh no. Okay, we should be good now. Jacket playing on that mirror window, looking to stop the Geisha push. Neutrino will find Super Balls. That's a buck going down. My guess is on the floor below. Yes. Neutrino will get that pick in from this lower floor. Chief will look to get the refrag here. We'll see Neutrino pass, however, will not get the shot. Neutrino looking to push back in. Ella, mine will stun Chief, however, go for the drop shot. We'll find Sai behind that main desk. Neutrino and Chief engaging fire. Chief will get a second kill. 2K so far this round. Chief looking very, very good so far. Meanwhile, upstairs, Hero taking damage himself. Meanwhile, Jacket remaining in his position upstairs. Thatcher not really finding those batteries yet. Taking fire from below. Thermite will look to open that up over an EMP. Has not gone off yet. I'm not sure why Valiant has decided to wait for this so long. Meanwhile, Mira playing this very strong angle, holding down the drum and bar stairs. Jacket will opt to back off here. He's wasted the attacker's time pretty adequately. Only 1 minute left. Currently, it is one player in favor of the attackers. However, Hero is quite low at this point. Hero will look to push up those bar stairs. However, we'll see that the mirror window's there and realize that I'm not getting anywhere, and will back off from that push. 2 Valiant on the karaoke window. We'll look to push this mirror off the wall. Scarecrow getting a kill onto Hero. 2 Valiant going down from ZRK on that window. Wonderful shot by him. Scarecrow playing in that karaoke room. Look to stop Chief from continuing his rampage. So far, I believe, still on a 2K. Yes. Hero will find ZRK playing as that Mira in the T room. Scarecrow getting a little bit greedy here. Almost getting a shot onto Chief. Chief, however, will find Scarecrow in that room, taking him out. Currently a 2v1. Jacket has to defend the side against 2 players. Jacket hearing this Thermite on the right, looking to push him through the T room door. Habana will jump in into the karaoke room, looking to get the plant off. Almost out of time. Yellow getting picked off by Jacket. Currently the Habana is planning. Will Jacket be able to find the plant before it finishes? Chief going down. Jacket with the clutch. 2v1. Wonderful play.
Yeah, really great plays there by Chief and Jacket. I'm not really sure why Thermite decided to push when they were getting the plant. Really, he should have been playing more defensively when it was a 2v1. Potentially unnecessarily turn that into a 1v1 when he really shouldn't have. But still, great gunplay by Chief and Jacket there. They managed to shut down the Roamers very quickly, but they didn't manage to take Geisha quick enough. So I think that really, yeah, like it really puts a lot of pressure on you then.
Yeah, definitely. A lack of adequate time usage for taking that Geisha room really hurt the attacker's ability to gain a lot of positive ground. Like as you said, they were able to take control of that bottom floor, but they weren't really able to do anything with it, which really hurt them.
2 kills doesn't really mean much when it's on roamers and you still haven't picked off anyone who's playing objective. Especially if you had to sacrifice a player to do it.
Indeed, Valkyrie getting played for the first time in this series. Valkyrie, not really as good as she used to be, or at least not really seen to be played as often as she once was. Generally, Ella and Mira being played in the position where she used to be.
I think Mira is a lot stronger in the position for sort of intelligence. The black eyes are quite easy to see, and there's not really many places where you can put a black eye and you know it's not going to be seen.
Yeah. Valiant throwing out a Valkyrie camera on this east side. He will get detected, so the attackers will most likely know that it's somewhere in that area, so that they'll know to keep an eye out for it. But it might go unnoticed. Scarecrow on the Thatcher, looking to push in from this ground floor.
He did put a second black eye out there on the balcony, so there might be a bit of... Oh, there's the black eye.
Very true. CRK on this Habana again, looking to push in from the balcony. Meanwhile, Neutrino will move in from the floor below, bringing that buck once more. Very, 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 very strong in that vertical play. Scarecrow will look to move in from this T-room. I'm sorry, we'll put out a Claymore for the T-room rotation. Very common in higher level play for this T-room to be utilized as a quick rotation route. Jacket will find Yalo on the site, taking out the smoke. That's pretty big this early on. Not really being able to utilize his smoke character. Super Balls will fall to Scarecrow as well on the Mira. Looking to push in from that T-room, however, we will see one more there. 2 Valiant will find a return kill on the Neutrino. That's the Buck, means that their vertical play will be significantly hindered. Sai will find 2 Valiant in return on that lower floor. Looking to push up on those main stairs. ZRK will find Chief on the site. Currently, Hero has to fight 4 members of Overreaction. Ash pushing in from this Dragon. Does not know Ella's here. She's going to sneak up on them. We'll hear the Blackbeard coming. We'll go for the hip fire. Blackbeard, however, will hit the Ella on his swing and giving him the knee. I have not seen that in a very long time.
That was definitely interesting by Jacket there. Let's have a look at the scoreboard to see how many kills were on for each player.
Very strong showing by Chief, especially that round before this one.
Oh yeah, definitely. When he got the 3K,
Mm-hmm.
that was impressive gunplay by him.
Despite that, pretty even, like on all the kills. Everybody on these teams are pulling their own weight, which is always nice to see.
Jacket having the least deaths across the entire game, which is good to see.
That dank Blackbeard play.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think you mean Skillbird. Then, again, from that round, just going back to that, I don't really think Blackbeard did a lot for them in that round.
He got the pick onto, I think it was Yalo early on. And then, it's not necessarily that Blackbeard killed a lot of people. It's the fact that he's there, right? Like, he's there, he is well endowed, and he says, no, this hallway is mine. And I think that really hurt the attackers, or I'm sorry, hurt the defenders more than like necessarily kills will show. Rook getting played. Really haven't seen Rook very much this evening either.
I think Rook's just one of those defenders that is always, that's a good idea. Let's have a Rook. Let's get a bit more armor. He has a good gun, the MP5. I think he's probably one of the most underrated guns. Has ACOG, great damage, great accuracy. What's not to like?
Especially with Bandit and Jaeger losing their ACOGs, Rook is really became more of that niche pick that could really answer these long range engagements better than really any other operator on the defense. However, like, I don't think that it's become a problem of like Rook being not good enough to play. I think it's like that there are 5 other operators that can do as well, if not better than Rook.
Yeah. It's all about the trade-offs, really.
Especially in high-level play where headshots are king.
And maneuverability is definitely a big thing in this meta.
Definitely.
Obviously, Rook doesn't really fit into that.
Chief will be bringing the Sabana in, looking to get picks off from this balcony. Will, however, not find anybody playing on that bomb. Meanwhile, Twitch looking to clear out this T-room. We'll look to open up this door, push in, gain control of this side of the upstairs. Look to claymore the stairs. Interesting play here by Yalo. Haven't really seen that in a while. Chief will find Jacket on the site. That is our friendly neighborhood Rook going down to Chief. Getting a little bit too greedy for his boots. Meanwhile, ZRK will look to pick up where Rook left off, playing that spot where he was previously. Valiant will fall to ZRK. Looking to get a shot onto him. Hero pushing in into this white room. Will get taken out by ZRK. ZRK with 2 so far. Will get killed by the Claymore. I'm sorry, down by the Claymore. Scarecrow might be able to get him up here, actually, if he plays his cards right. Super Ball is playing at the end. Won't really rush here. Yeah, ZRK will get back up and he will get out. Ooh, almost getting out. Super Balls will rush in, get the double kill onto Scarecrow and ZRK. Wonderful play. Knowing when to push, getting a good timing going. Ella sprinting out with the drop shot will get the kill onto the Thermite. However, Chief will find the return kill onto Sai. Currently 1v2. Habana's rather low. Legion can definitely see this happen. Neutrino looking to pre-fire through that bomb. Excuse me. Chief on the drone will spot out Legion, communicate that to his teammate on being played by Twitch. Yalo will get the pick on to Neutrino, winning the round for his team. Attackers win round 5.
Yep, first Legion pick, I think, that we've seen in this game.
In the series, yeah. It was. We really didn't see, like, the Legion mines really do much, did we?
No, I think that was incredibly weird with all the kills around balcony. I think 4 or 5 people went down out there.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of weird by Smoke as well to try and pick up Bandit, where I think he came at it way too late. It was good of him to check, but it didn't really do much for them. Really well played by Thermite there to, I think that was ZRK.
No, the Thermite was...
Oh, sorry, no. The Thermite was...
I think that was... I want to say Super Balls, but I'm not sure.
No, I think it was Super... Yeah, Super Balls, yeah. Yeah, okay.
Chief playing very well so far this game. 7 and 2.
But yeah, a lot of kills very, very quickly there. I'm surprised Ella decided to move out when she did.
Mm-hmm. I mean, getting very aggressive. You have that speed, you have that high-capacity magazine, fast-firing gun. If you have the aim to back it up, you know, play aggressively and embrace your inner hyper.
Yeah, and I agree, but 2 offers going down already, and
yeah.
It's a risky play. I think she did get the Thermite, but then obviously it didn't really work out that well for her.
Yalo playing in a similar spot to what he did last time on the Pulse.
Oh, why do you think this is? What is his strategy here? Why is he playing on the opposite side?
I think that you could argue, like, similarly to what you said last time, like he's waiting for the attackers to get comfortable, then he'll like do a delayed flank where he can then deny a plant by playing here instead of like where the attackers will want to go. He's less threatened. However, he will look to get a pick on to Sai if he pushes in through that door. He will, however, get spotted out by the drone, so Sai will know that he is there. We'll back off a little bit, knowing that the Pulse is there to say no to him. 2 players on Overreaction looking to stop the Pulse from pushing in here. Ash will find an entry into the room. Pulse going down to Neutrino, getting double-teamed on the first floor. You get a little bit aggressive, I would say, like for what he's able to do. Pulse being very, very powerful for defending this site because of that vertical play.
Yeah, it definitely, and it was also going to be worrisome for the attacking team, right? Where you know that Nitra's going to come as soon as you try and put the plant down.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to be looking for that Pulse. You're going to be wasting time looking for him. And if he's all the way on the other side of the map, then that's going to cause major issues.
Here we'll find Sai on the first floor. Neutrino, however, will be there to fight him as well. He gets a shot on Neutrino, will tag his shoulder, however, will not get the kill that he wants. Valiant looking to push into the buck as well. We'll go for the Nitro Cell. However, that Nitro Cell will not get any damage on the Neutrino. He'll be backing off from that, not getting too aggressive. Hero and Valiant will look to stop Neutrino's push into here, really delaying Buck's ability to get what he wants to do, which is, of course, open up that lower part of Geisha. Neutrino will give that up, move into Drum. We'll look to push a different angle. This shows maturity with what she's able to do. And just say, you know what I'm doing, it's not going to work. I need to switch up my game plan. Chief playing in this Geisha room, being very, very annoying against the enemy team. Look to jump out, get a pick onto ZRK. ZRK will take damage, however, he will not fall. ZRK with about 10 HP. Almost getting picked up by Chief, however, he will outshoot the bandit. The shooter will find Hero, getting the refrag that was seen to him earlier. Valiant will get the pick on to Chief as he tries to jump into this window, getting a plant off. Super Balls and Valiant have to defend against 2. Scarecrow on the Jackal does have Diffuser. He'll push out towards the Geisha room currently. $15 seconds left. Now 10. Scarecrow look to push into this room and get a plant off. Valkyrie playing on the stairs will look to probably get an angle on him soon. Neutrino, however, will pick off Valkyrie before she can stop the plant. However, Neutrino will go down. Mira with the 1v1 will down Scarecrow. Wonderful clutch by Super Balls with the 1 HP Mira.
Yeah, really intense firefights going on there. Really great gunplay from both teams, especially with the Habana picking off Chief as he jumped out of Geisha.
I feel like Chief really should have won that, honestly. Like he had the drop on her. But he just missed the headshot.
I think it was more the distance. I mean, you've got an ACOG at that distance,
Yeah.
and you know he's coming. You're probably gonna win. But yeah, good play. Again, with the whole, this is the thing that bothers me about attackers in these situations, is that there's not really a lot of time to think. I get that, but they put the plant down and there's no one there to cover them, and it turns it unnecessarily when you have the numbers advantage, right?
Well, in that situation specifically, I'm pretty sure it was Neutrino on the Buck that tried to give cover for the planter, and he was able to stop the Valkyrie from stopping the plant, but then the Mira just outshot him.
Yeah, a lot of these rounds are certainly coming down to gunplay more than strategy.
That Vector, very, very strong in close quarters, just ripping into the Buck.
Notice the Book in that round was using an ACOG instead of the reflex that we know and love.
Indeed. I don't. I've always preferred ACOG Buck over.
I
like
think that the
non-magnified.
recoil is too much for an ACOG, and it is very useful to use a reflex, but it sort of depends how you want to play Book, I suppose. He can be in a very aggressive pusher, I suppose. And in that situation, I think that reflex would be more useful.
I think that we'll see kind of a Buck renaissance, if you will, with this recoil change patch, because like it'll no longer be like, holy crap, this gun is really difficult to control. It'll be like, if you put in the hours, you can master it perfectly.
Yeah, but it's still always going to be a factor. Like, if I have to use a gun where there's a lot more recoil, even you can learn it, it's still going to be harder than using a gun that has almost no recoil.
Yeah. I don't know, I think that Buck's been kind of outshadowed, like with how strong, like Jackal's shotgun has been made, because like you basically have a Buck plus another ability and a better gun.
Yeah, I agree. But having both is definitely
Yeah.
good.
A very strong breaching team here, built by Voltic. Buck, Jackal, Sledge, Habana, and Thermine.
Honestly, with this, I'm surprised they don't just go underneath and play verticality.
I would agree. Maybe they've realized that overreact. Like both teams have kind of struggled taking control of this first floor, or like really utilizing that vertical play effectively. Ooh, the Claymore getting hidden on that wall. That was clever by Chief. I like that. Neutrino taking a shot on the Chief, however, will not get the kill. Chief being slightly lit. Neutrino will most likely back off from that, recognizing that, okay, maybe I should be a little bit more careful. We'll look up onto that drum room balcony. Very, very cheeky claymores this game. I like that. Neutrino passively holding that main desk. Meanwhile, upstairs we see Hero getting picked off by Jacket. That poor man. Jacket getting a second kill. Valiant pushing in from that T-room doorway. Chief playing in that drum room will get shots onto the mirror. However, he does not know that he's getting hit by here. Jackal very, very low. 0K low as well in that gauge room. Super Balls will find Scarecrow. Jaeger will find a kill onto Chief. That is Diffuser in the middle of the defenders. 2v3. ZRK will find Super Balls 1v3. Yellow has to find 3 kills, very low on HP. It is not looking good for Voltic. Pistol's out, he's going for the kill. Gets finally brought down by Neutrino. Mira, I believe being played by Jacket. Very, very, very strong presence by him. Getting, I want to say, 2 kills there, and then stopping the Thermite's aggression.
Well, the play by Jacket, just eliminating attackers coming out of drum was incredibly effective. It let the defenders rotate and they locked them into drum. They didn't have time to go the other way around, and in the end, it just didn't work out for them. Thermite had to solo push, and 3v1, you're not going to win that situation with a Thermite.
I just realized something.
What?
The guy's name is Super Bales, not Super Balls.
No, it's Super Balls. It's Super Balls now.
Alright, you know what?
Way
We're
the
committing.
casters
It's Super
read.
Balls now. Yeah.
Yeah.
It has been ordained. I don't know. In my defense, like, the names are kind of small, and the I looks kind of like an L. But yeah, he's
It's
Super
nothing like
Balls
the last
now.
game
It's happening.
with, Polo and Bolo.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know. I'm liking the Valkyrie play. For those of you that don't know, I used to main Valkyrie. Valkyrie's pretty fun. I like Valkyrie. Cheeky camera getting put down on delivery. A very good spot. Another cam getting put down in the geisha room. Up in that corner. Kind of hard to see. Out of the way. But, you know, it might get spotted out anyway. Jacket's drone scouting out that drum room. The Blackbeard will now push towards the site with that obsidian skin. Tasty.
Gotta love that obsidian skin.
Ubisoft makes some nice skins. It's gotta be said.
And some good adverts as well.
Yeah. Servers, but skins.
They're working on it.
They're working on it, yeah. Scarecrow will find Hera on that Valkyrie. Not sure where that was. Let's have a look. Okay, it looks like it was on. It was either on those stairs or just in the site. Good early pick by the attackers, with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left. More scouting going on upstairs. ZRK will open up that geisha hatch. I'm going to assume the Valkyrie camera is still live. That's pretty good. That's pretty big for the defenders that they have that information. They're going to have that information, rather, in their favor. Valiant playing on those stairs might run into Habana very, very shortly. We'll see the Ashe look to back off, or Valiant will fall to the Ashe's aggression being played by Psy. Meanwhile, across, ZRK moving around towards the T room, grabbing that diffuser. Looking in from the first floor balcony, Scarecrow will look to cover that room. Look for attackers trying to get a pick off. Will now move towards the kitchen window, opening up that sight angle. Chief playing what looks like behind the bomb. No, okay, on the stairs with that rotation hole. Very creative position.
And there's the battle icon, just to prove that Ubisoft's doing something.
Definitely. Chief now will move back towards the delivery room. Look to defend that barbecue window. 5v2 in favor of the attackers here. Scarecrow almost getting shot by Chief. Will run out of the way just in time. Scarecrow drop-shotting Chief, almost going down as well. Buck getting caught off guard while on his drone. ZRK with diffuser will look to plant in this kitchen. Jackal has to find 3. Is his drone still up or did it die? I'm pretty sure it died. Team kill
I think he got killed, yeah.
by Scarecrow on the jacket. I'm not sure exactly what happened there. Attackers holding passive angles. Pretty standard. Habana going to that hatch. Very smart play here. Echo will look to fight him. He will hear the push. ZRK getting the kill onto Super Balls. Yes, it's Super Balls now. Wonderful play. Anticipating what the defender would do. Echo's
Really?
3 armor, giving away his position there.
Yeah, really weird play by, like, it worked out for him, but there was like a millisecond. If he'd gone a millisecond earlier, Sledge would have killed him easily as soon as he came out that door.
Absolutely.
Completely taken aback by that Buckwood drone so close to that door. Really, really well played there by Chief, but it wasn't enough. I think that mainly in that round, the attackers played a lot slower than they have been doing, and the defenders, roamers, just one by one into them.
Yeah. Getting a little bit too greedy, definitely. But like this slower methodical play seems to work a bit better against like all these aggressive roamers. That overreaction. I'm sorry, that Voltic seems to have. Speaking of roamers, we have Sai playing Ela once more. Doing not too bad. 5-7. It's not great, but he's definitely been getting kills that need to be gotten. Chief going 9-5, still being very, very influential.
Chief's
playing
gunplay
Meta
this game has been on point. The
Indeed.
headshots everywhere, especially playing as Bandit.
Not to be overlooked, Super Balls is also going 8-5, being very influential for the game as well.
From Twitch chat, lol, these casters are gold. From
Hey,
Nanshin.
hey, we did it. Now, is that a compliment, or is he saying that we're in gold?
Oh shit.
See, you're in gold. I am plat.
I'm not gold. I'm plat 3.
I'm sorry, I forgot that I carried you.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. I think you've used my way to ping
Yeah.
plat 3, okay.
As
I
you do.
deserve it.
TRK playing in this geisha room as Bandit once more. Neutrino playing downstairs. This very standard looking double 3-speed roam. Consistently as Sai and Neutrino. Using the impact grenade, Sai will have a long sight angle to challenge that kitchen window. However, Chief will spook him off this open wall. Buck getting down by Ela. That was a bit of a staring contest there. However, the kill will not be confirmed. Super Bales will be gotten back up by Chief. Hero will look to challenge this Ela's position. Getting shot on him, Neutrino will find Super Bales from the outside, finishing off where Sai started. Neutrino, however, will back off, finding Chief as well. Trying to push him through that kitchen window. Ela will look to find Hero as well. Hero going down. He is aware. Okay, Hero going down to Sai. Wonderful roam play here by Overreaction. They're in the trees, man. They're in the trees. Meanwhile, outside, Thermite does have the diffuser, looking to push in now through this geisha window. However, Bandit will hear him coming, will go for the shot, will miss the headshot. I guess... I'm not sure, because you saw the Thermite, like, stop and then look away after he, like, initially shot at the Bandit, right?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Really well played by the
Yeah, indeed.
roamers there. The Jaeger and the Ela just managed to push hard on and split up the attackers. They had no... They were very spread out, and I think the roamers really exposed that and pushed them out.
Currently on overtime match point. Overreaction could take the map here if they're able to attack this site effectively. Voltic looking to stop them. Hero bringing that Ela once more. Chief with the Bandit play. Very consistently a strong and aggressive player. Chief will look to, of course, stop this map from ending this round. Super Bales playing that Miro once more. Also, a very strong player this map. Ooh. We're going back to Operation Health there now.
So he didn't get the memo.
Clearly. It's okay. There's still health to be given.
What do you think about the barbed wire use? We've not really seen a lot of it in these past 2 games.
With the barbed wire nerf, it's definitely significantly weaker than it used to be, but I think that there's still definitely a place for it. I don't think that we've necessarily like seen less of it being used, just so much as like the attackers are dealing with it better. You know, with it being easier to destroy and less of a problem, like where it slows you down less.
I feel like Ela, in a way, has replaced what barbed wire was supposed to do.
I would agree, yeah. Super Bales holding down this very common... Ooh, I like that mirror window placement on the karaoke
Sorry,
hallway.
who's Super Bales? Don't you mean Super Balls?
Alright, look. We can't call them Super Balls forever, alright?
We're the
As
casters, you're right.
much as I want to, I feel like we'll get a little shouted at. Just a little. Normally it'd be worth it, but, you know. Buck will look to get Chief off of this position in Geisha. Chief will say, nope, I don't want any of that, and will look to back off. Neutrino spooking the man away. However, he will play a different angle in the Geisha room. Not quite ready to give it up completely, but will concede that wall. Valiant getting picked off by Sai on the Ash in the first floor. But that is the first roamer of, I believe, 2 getting picked off on Voltic. Ooh, double Nitro Cell by Super Bales. Wonderful play. Meanwhile, Scarecrow will find Chief in the Geisha room. Where was that Nitro Cell? Did you see? Or was that like in the Geisha room?
No, I don't think it was Geisha because Bandit was in Geisha.
Sai will find Yellow. Super Bales will, however, get picked off by Sai as well. Sai, wonderful play so far. Look to push in, find Hero, who is playing from the drum room. Will get spotted out by Neutrino, will look to kill him. Wonderful flick headshot by Hero. Neutrino will go down 2v1. Sai has the diffuser looking to plant in the A site. We'll see him cross. That mirror window is still intact. He doesn't know. Wallbang! Sai will find Hero. Wonderful. What is that, a 3K?
Yeah, 3K, I think. Yeah, I think that Nitro was that she came out into the hallway and threw it onto that door coming into the B hallway. And just managed to get Blackbeard as he came in.
That was really good. That was nice. I'm pretty sure that was the first Nitro Cell kill we've seen tonight. I want to say. It was a good first map.
Yeah, that was good.
Sai with 10 kills.
Brilliant plays by ZRK, Sai, Chief, and Super Bales.
Definitely.
Jacket having some really, really good flanking plays. That Claymore from Chief is a real highlight for me. That very, very cheeky Claymore coming up into the model room.
Excuse me. All right. Oregon.
Yep, pretty standard strategy. Laundry room, mirror, either. Getting a mute, that's going to go on that table. Yeah, pretty standard here.
Definitely.
Capital, pretty good for smoking up. I think it's going to be Hibana the Hatch, Ying, Capital, plant on Dishwasher.
I think it'll be a matter of, like, can the defenders stall out the attacker's desire to get that hatch, you know, enough. In the previous game we casted, we saw a very, very good adaptation of that strategy where the defenders just kept denying that Hibana breach, and it was really quite effective.
Yeah, a Bandit playing in Meeting Hall is definitely... He doesn't have to get any kills, he just has to be there and let the attackers know that he's there. It'll be very hard for them to push on to the hatch if he manages to do that.
There we go. We had some slight controller problems. We're good now, though. Sorry about that. We got really concerned there for a second.
Oh, that's just carrying over from console plebs, yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. I don't know, dude. Like, I just want people to know, I have like the most jerry-rigged PS3 controller you've ever seen.
Interesting from there, where they have the mirror watching the hallway, but they've blown out the entirety of that door rather than just a line.
Opening that rotation, I feel like that almost hurts the defenders more than it helps them, because it'll allow the attackers to have that other avenue of attack. So like when you're somebody trying to defend, like, you know, the internal part of that room, you know, you have the doorway to worry about, right? Well, in that situation, you have both the doorway and you have, you know, the left to worry about as well, and that might hurt more than hinder.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's
hurt more than help
to open that up that much.
Hero, being a manly man, will look to push into this armory upstairs, shooting open that window. However, Hibana's gun didn't quite have enough bullets to do it in one shot. Thatcher will look to stop this stair aggression. Hibana getting that charge open very, very early. Super Bales will fall to ZRK, being played by Bandit, roaming upstairs. Wonderful pick onto the Capito. That's pretty big. Capito being a very, very strong operator in countering Mira by forcing the Mira off of where she wants to be. ZRK will see Yalo playing on that double window upstairs. Whoever will fall back. Sai will get a kill onto Chief. Very strong early picks here by Overreaction. Valiant will be playing in this kitchen. Okay, that's some interesting audio problems right there. I'm going to assume that's just interesting. Valiant. Forcing Sai back a bit here. We'll get a kill onto Sai. Wonderful play by him. Yalo will fall to ZRK on the upstairs. ZRK being very, very powerful up here on this top floor, making the attackers waste a lot of resources and time, getting 2 kills under his belt so far. 2 Valiant is not prepared for what ZRK has ready for him here. He does not smell what the Rock is cooking as ZRK comes around here. Now waiting in the classroom. Both players of Voltic hanging out in that meeting room. Just chilling out, getting some information, droning a bit. Looking to probably push in through a less common route. You know, catch the defenders off guard. ZRK looking to push in. Both attackers will drop. Valiant will get a kill onto Jacket. Neutrino, of course, getting a kill onto Hero. Nitrocell goes out. Thatcher running back into the explosion. The opposite of a Michael Bay film.
Yeah, great Nitro there from Tao. Overall, I think the attackers were not slow, but they were very sort of spread out, and it allowed defenders to turn it into like mini 1v1s where gunplay became more important. And at the end of the day, if you can't hit the other person before they hit you, then you're not gonna win those kind of games.
Yeah, definitely.
And maybe unnecessarily turn it into a 1v1. We've seen a Rook again.
Capito getting played by both teams.
Yeah, I think
Quite strong.
Capito's pretty much, I wouldn't say essential, but incredibly strong for this kind of objective, where that mirror is going to be a big problem for you dropping hatch or trying to plant at all. So Capito really gives you a lot of breathing room there. Although it cannot all be for naught if, say, a defender's playing in meeting hall or above, where he can just get an early pick on Capito as he's got his crossbow out. So it's important to protect the Capito until he can do his job.
Definitely.
That could also be the point where Capito drops his smoke, but then the attackers, for whatever reason, aren't able to push, and then he doesn't get a lot of those things.
Voltic looking to play in this meeting room to slow down the lobby push. A pretty common strat nowadays that we've seen quite a bit. However, the castle being a little bit of a wild card here. Castle seeing less play than normal. Currently setting aside 3 players to play in this meeting room, with of course the rotation hole being made into the kitchen. Very smart. Castling off the meeting room door, but opening up that wall. Interesting decision making. I see why. So if you castle off that doorway but open up the left, then you can't have a guy play on that big tower window and then shoot your guy currently playing where Chief is. Smart. I like that.
Yeah, there's clearly a discussed strategy.
Definitely.
But,
Definitely.
let's see how it works out.
Voltic showing a great deal of preparedness this game, which is very nice to see. I haven't really gotten to cast games with prepared players before tonight.
Hey, SF do well.
No, I'm not saying that they don't do well. It's, you know, like this is a completely different experience, and I mean that in the best way possible.
For sure.
Sai will look to push into Ella here. Hero being very, very lit. About 30% HP. Will go down to Sai. Sai getting a kill onto Ella, looking to move back into the site. Hero going down. Very early, very good early pick. Minute 20 to go for the attackers to get control of this site. Very, very strong presence in this lobby. Looks like that was... Did you see that?
No. What was it?
I'm pretty sure that that Habana blew the hatch, but the hatch didn't open, and then Ash had to finish it. CRK will get the pick on the 2 Valiant. There goes the Mute playing on those stairs. CRK asserting himself onto the landing. Yalo will look, of course, to stop him in the mirror position. Kabuto's smoke going down, wanting to push the Mira off of her window. Attacker's going for a very, very strong push here. ZRK with the diffuser. Will look to get the plant off. Scarecrow will find Chief off the site. Jacket will, of course, take Nitro Cell damage. However, he will not fall. Replacing his shield. Sai coming from behind, looking to get the kill on to Yalo. Sai getting a kill. Sai with, I believe, a 2K this round.
Yeah, great play by Ash in general there. She was patient, knew when to push, when to hold back, when to hold angles. Clearly has a lot of game sense. It seems like the meeting hall strategy didn't really work out for Chief, but I don't think that was really his fault. It was more that there was a lot of picks which were perhaps unnecessary, like the Ela, who came through the rotation hole but got caught out. I don't know. What do you think about that round?
I think that it just kind of went down to Overreaction had a very strong, concise, well thought out strategy that just worked. Like they won their gunfights. Everybody did what they needed to do. It was just well executed, and Voltic just couldn't stop it.
Yeah, I agree. A lot of these rounds are definitely going to come down to gunplay, and it's clear that there is certain players that are a lot better at that. Maybe not also that, but also the operators themselves in general. I think that's one thing that's very unique to Siege, that some operators are just not going to be as strong in gunplay as others. I think that's the sacrifice you have to make, and teams know this. Utility can sometimes be better than gunplay, but you really have to understand how to play around that.
And we also see like there are players that are not necessarily as good at like individual gunplay, but are still able to be successful just because like they have good strategic minds, right? Or they have good timing, or like they're able to outsmart their opponent. But when it boils down to it, like when you have to make a push, if you can't outshoot the other guy, there's not much you can do.
Yeah, definitely.
Sai maintaining his roam game down below. Yalo will look to get a drone in here. Will soon spot out Sai's position and inform his team. Scarecrow playing up above in the attic, looking to get a pick onto somebody moving up through the roof. ADS will support him and help keep him safe. Jacket will take damage from an attacker. Will run through, get picked off by the Jackal being played by 2 Valiant here in the armory. Jaeger was not prepared for that. Jackal getting picked off without really anything that he could do. Ella being spotted out by the Jackal. He will know that she's down there. Will look to get a pick onto her. However, he will lose the gunfight. Jackal should have won that. He knew exactly where she was going to be.
I feel like the Jaeger getting picked as well, she also knows that he's up there, and we all know that Ella's gun's OP as hell, so... I don't know. I don't think Jackal had the advantage there.
Like if the Jackal plays it patiently, he waits for the spot to go off, and then quickly pre-fires. Like there's not much that Sai should be able to do. Scarecrow will get a pick onto Hero. He will have Diffuser, and he will inform his team that he has it. Elamine going down on the Diffuser. Flash, however, will come in, blinding Rook. Chief has to find 4. Chief, he does have the gun skills. He can definitely clutch this if he plays it correctly. We're looking really for an option here. Will repel onto the big tower window. ZRK will find him from the dining room doorway. Wonderful shot from downtown.
Yeah, great shot there from ZRK. And just generally good plays by the defenders there. Again, attackers not really concentrating on one strategy rather than the big tower push. Didn't really work out for them. The Rook getting the pick. Jackal playing armory didn't really do... I mean, they got the pick on Jaeger, sure, but did it really help them in the end, or did it just remove one of their guys from the team?
I think that maybe Voltic just didn't, like, they didn't really have a plan going into that. They just kind of like it felt to me like they were just playing a ranked game, if that makes sense. Like everybody like they worked together, right? But like everybody just seemed like they seemed to have their own mission. Whereas
Yeah.
when Overreaction plays on this map, like you can tell that they're ready, and it really shows with their execution.
Yeah, even if they haven't trained for this map, they definitely understand how to play as a team better, and that's really coming into show. It doesn't really matter about, well, preparedness is one thing, but also just being able to communicate with each other and play well together is definitely a big thing that's going to separate teams out.
Very standard mirror play is going down here. Very, very common nowadays in competitive play. Putting a window down, facing that laundry room, and then facing that big tower hallway, opening up the side to give that vision. Very, very strong. Mira being very, very strong this season. You know, a lot of situations where she just locks things down, and there's not a lot that the attackers can do about it.
Yeah, I agree. This is why Capitao is just so important, and smokes this meta as well. The smokes definitely help with those kind of pushes, but if you don't have the numbers to take the site, then it's all kind of redundant.
ZRK will find Bandit playing in that meeting room. That's a big pick to get off that early. That means that the attackers will have a lot of breathing room here to like really gain control of that hatch. Looks like the rest of Voltic will be playing down on the site. They've got a lot more passive now that the rounds aren't even. You know, they've gone 0-3. I think that it might have gone to their head a little.
It's hard to keep calm in this kind of situation.
Ooh, Jacket will get picked off by Super Balls with the shotgun. Blackbeard dying off this early. That's pretty influential, I would say. Getting caught out by that Elamine. Sai, prone on those stairs, will look to maybe bait somebody to peek him. Will now push down into that little nook of the tower stairs, trying to pre-fire into Hero. However, will not get the kill. Too Valiant will find Scarecrow pushing in from those main stairs. Little unorthodox position here, but very, very strong nonetheless. He will have Diffuser, however, which slightly limits what the attackers are able to do. And Neutrino playing up above on the upstairs angle. ZRK will get shots onto Valiant. Hero will find Sai coming from that other direction. ZRK will get a pick onto Valiant. Now returning the kill. He will now have Diffuser. Neutrino and ZRK on the Habana will have to find 3. Looking to open up that barbed wire. Going for a pretty standard push. Neutrino on the Capito, trying to smoke off that approach. Smoke will not see him coming, however, the Elamine and the smoke canister will, of course, slow down the attacker's push here. Nitro Cell coming out from the Amira will not get a kill that it really wants to get. ZRK going for a plant now with the Diffuser. Capito, of course, giving him covering fire. He might stick it. He's going to stick it. He's going to get the plant as well. Plant going down. 2v3. Will ZRK and Neutrino be able to hold this off? ZRK waiting for that flank. He knows it's coming. Hero looking to challenge him. Playing on these stairs. Very, very tight, strong angle. Hero will go down to ZRK. That's a big early pick. Flank will not work. Yellow gets shot up by ZRK as well. Yellow quite low here. Looking to challenge this angle continuously. Meanwhile, down below, Neutrino will find Super Bales. Yallo has to find 2 here. ZRK will get the kill onto Yallo. I'm sorry, Neutrino will get the kill onto Yallo. Wonderful,
really
wonderful
well
clutch
played there
by
from
Overreaction.
I think a big mistake there from the defenders was that they should have played more aggressively and around the Diffuser. I get that it's 3-0 and you don't want to risk things, but once you have the Diffuser, then you control the game, right? So really, they should have been playing around that. Mute shouldn't have been standing somewhere where he could have easily been peeked. Really good gunplay from ZRK all the way through that round, and he really clutched the round for them.
Very, very good showing. We have our first Montaigne pick.
Montaigne.
You can tell when someone's getting desperate. Or zero. There's the multi pick.
We will see Overreaction bringing this basement strategy into the mix. A very, very good, a very, very strong, like, honestly, the strongest site to hold in the map, arguably. Overreaction is in a great position right now. Again, very standard play here by the defenders, putting down those 2 mirror windows as we talked about before. Very, very strong
we
for
have a
denying
quick
what the
look at
attackers want to do. Mm-hmm.
You have a quick look at the scoreboard to see what
Oh,
kind
yeah,
of
you're
kills
right,
we're
you're right,
looking
you're
at.
right. ZRK 9-0. Hot damn.
This is really not looking good for PC.
Wonderful showing by him. He's not even on the team.
Not even on the team. Doesn't need to be.
He is now. You know it. Okay, some early aggression here going down from the construction corridor. Voltic mixing things up. This is what we need to see. I'm liking this so far. A little bit unorthodox. We really haven't seen a push from construction that would be this heavy before. It might actually work out for them. 4 players on Voltic will look to push in here. CRK getting knocked down to half. Meanwhile, Hero, of course, will watch the flank for his team so that they can push in safely. Yellow scouting as that Monte. Dropping the smoke nade will lock down that hallway, give him some breathing room to push up. Chief looking for an angle here to get onto the jacket. Jacket, as he holds that angle. Smoke will do damage to Mute, forcing him to move back from that position. Defenders now reposturing themselves, realizing, okay, we need to devote our resources to holding this. The attackers, they're committed. We have to hold this. We have to hold this approach. High taking a lot of damage, looking to get a flank from a different angle. Now going upstairs, looking to push in through this tower, maybe looking for, I guess, some pressure on the Hero, give him something to worry about. That's not what he's necessarily comfortable with. Jacket will get picked off by Super Bales. Meanwhile, Thermite will fall. Do the return frag. 3 kills in quick succession going off. Oh my lord! What in the hell just happened?
Yeah,
That was
run across from tower, getting
that was spicy.
Hero as he was droning. Yeah, I don't think there's really many words for that other than a complete one-sided slaughter. Really well played by ZRK. I think he went 10 for 0 at the end of that.
I think he did as well. Yeah. I'm not able to bring up the scoreboard yet, but we'll see. Yeah, 10-1-0.
Yeah,
Wonderful play. And Neutrina going 6-0 as well. Nothing to laugh at.
Absolutely devastating to
Very
see
strong
Chief
play.
going 0 for 5 when he did so well.